How's it going with your kids, Lizzie? Are you able to see your kids?
No, so here's the thing. My husband, after I found out my husband was a pedophile, and
Mhm.
he went and disappeared for a few weeks and tried to have me taken against my will. He signed
Mm.
contracts with people to falsify medical documents to have me put away falsely in a mental institution. He's a fucking psychopath.
Right.
So, but I had his iPad, so I had all the contracts, I had the emails back and forth, and then the idiot put the payments on my credit card.
Oh my goodness.
So I
Oh
know.
my
So I found
gosh.
all the information. I confronted everybody. I stopped it dead in his tracks. But my husband is a partner. His name is Brian Stryker Weinstein, and he's a partner at Davis Polk and Wardwell. He's a lawyer, a litigation partner. So
Mm.
he then went to the courts and got an order of protection against me and included the kids. Now the kids were 17, almost 16, and 13, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the kids were with me while my husband was estranged and missing and abandoned me,
Mm-hmm.
and the children wouldn't even like talk to us about normal things. I kept trying to reach out to him, and he got an order of protection against me, included
Wow.
the kids, against the kids' wishes and will, and then had the police come and evict me from the home and make my children stay with him. And my children were like, no, we don't want to stay with him. That guy's a pedophile, and he left.
Mm.
And
Wow.
and the cops
No
lied
fair.
to us. The cops literally, Sergeant Bassett and Officer
Mhm.
Raphael and this woman, Bridget Dale, who was a lawyer friend of ours, who was there helping my husband, but I didn't know that at the time. I thought she was helping me. Lied and said that
Mm-hmm.
no, the courts refused to meet with them. Exactly. So that right there tells you how corrupt the courts are. The kids went to the
Wow.
court and asked and said that we don't want to be included on this, like this is ridiculous, and the courts refused to interview them. And then when they said to the police, well, if my mom's getting kicked out of the home, we're going with her, this is crazy, we want to stay with her, the police lied and said, if you go with her, we're going to have to arrest her for kidnapping.
Oh
And
my
that's why
goodness.
I want people, my story to get out there, because I want people to know their rights, because that's a blatant lie. And if my
Mm-hmm.
kids got in the car with me and we left, we wouldn't be here this day. But like you don't think like these policemen are lying to you to try and kidnap your children. You don't think that people are on it. You have like a sense of decency and
Mm-hmm.
honesty about this. So when they told me that, we believed them. When they said,
Mm-hmm.
no, you can't go with your mom, she'll be arrested for kidnapping, we believed them. And
Right.
to this day, my children have been locked in the house with their pedophile father. And the
Oh.
courts refused to speak with him. I've issued subpoenas to have my kids come to court to be heard,
Uh-huh.
and if the court squashes the subpoena, they instead have a lawyer
Mm-hmm.
that is hired and paid for by my pedophile husband, who
Wow.
represents the kids' interests in court. And the lawyer will say, oh, I met with the kids and they don't want to see their mother. And then she'll
Wow.
submit a bill for her hours. And at no point did she meet with my kids that month. So it's
Right.
all blatant. It's just.
But how are they doing this
Yeah.
to you,
That's
Lizzie? I don't
incredible.
understand that. I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
understand
This
that.
is.
If your husband,
Uh-huh.
so did they ever prove that he was like doing, pedophilic acts or anything? Anything?
I have it from my husband in writing. I mean, I have it from my husband in writing.
Here, let's put Lizzie on the screen. Just hold on one second, Flesh. Let's just put this on the screen. Okay, so what is that?
This is on May 21st. We confronted my husband, the kids and I confronted my husband on May 20th, right? He then leaves the house on the morning of May 21st, and he gets this marriage counselor to call and say, hey, Lizzie, I know that you're clear and linear in your thinking, and I know that you're not a threat to yourself or others, but we're going to have the police come and pick you up and bring you to a mental institution, and you should just believe us. You should just trust us. And I was like, fuck no. That's gaslighting, and that's what every pedophile tries to do to its victims.
Onision, do you have a question for Lizzie there?
If I can, thank you for, first of all, just letting me talk. It's really awesome. I didn't think I was going to be able to. This is so awesome talking to you, both of you. First of all, I just want to know, do you have any siblings?
I do.
Do you have, you have parents too?
Yeah, my father was a pedophile. So this is what people need to understand. It is a cult. And cults don't like defectors.
Sorry,
So
just real quick. What did your father do that made you feel that way?
He sexually abused us?
All of you?
Well, I know that he sexually abused me and my sister. I don't know about my brother, but my brother has an extreme violent temper.
Okay.
Why are you asking the specific questions?
I was just wondering, like, okay, so normally when people go homeless, it's because they have literally no one who's willing to take them in.
Interesting. So let me talk about that, because I see that this is an attempt to kind of make it seem like I'm somehow like unworthy of being taken in by other people.
All I'm doing is trying to put some reason behind this, because
Great.
it like first of all, like, you have a background, you're inside a place right now. What's going on there?
Yeah. Well, did you miss the part where I said that I was able to rent a place and then the main house caught on fire?
So that's the
And
guest
you're-
house.
and
She's in a guest
I was
house.
I'm not in the
I
guest house.
heard
It's a little-
earlier in the
it's a-
stream that you're very wealthy too.
it's
Is that
a-
true?
Yeah, that's true. I am very wealthy, and all my finances were cut off. Over $240,000 of my money.
They were all in
my
one
own
bank
name
account?
Was dissipated. Yep, was taken when I was falsely arrested when they put me in prison for no mask. All
Okay,
of a sudden, Mark Davidson, the COO of City Private Bank, and my husband Brian Stryker Weinstein closed all my accounts and had checks issued to my husband. And
Again,
since then-
thank you so much for talking to me.
Yeah,
So far, how long?
See you want to kind of direct the conversation, but not really hear the truth. Do you want to hear the truth, honestly?
No, it's means I'm satisfied with your answer, and I wanted to move on to the next question. That's it.
Okay.
If that's okay. I was just wondering, how long has the thing with the courts and the police and everything? How long? Like, when did that start?
Yeah,
the first issue.
That's a good question. That first started. My husband left the house on May 21st, and it's important to note that he was the one that first brought the police and
2020.
the DSS into it. I'm sorry.
2020.
It'll be 2020. Yeah, it'll be a year
Okay.
this month.
Okay. Have your kids ever had a chance to speak in court?
No, the courts won't hear from them directly. The court prevents them from being heard from, which is right there. That's the most egregious sign to say that the courts are in on it. Because a 17-year-old kid, like, it's ridiculous. And that started from the very beginning. On June 5th, my children went to the court themselves and said, like, why are you including us on an order of protection? My father's a pedophile. He left weeks ago after we talked about his pedophilia. We don't want to go with him. We're safe with our mom. And what's interesting is DSS was in our house because of the pedophilia investigation. And so it's on record that the children
Do you have anything other than hearsay? Like any like, do you have like tweets?
It's
Do you have
really
tweets from?
interesting how you're trying
do you
to
have-
discredit me in that
I'm
way.
not
But
trying
you
to.
know
I'm
that-
just asking.
Well,
I'm just
it's
asking because
interesting I've not
anyone
mentioned
can
anything
say
about hearsay,
anything.
Onision. So
Any
it's really
no.
funny how you're trying to
Anyone
I love
anyone
it.
anyone can say anything online,
Yeah,
and,
no,
and
I
lots of
appreciate
lots
that,
of
but I'm
people.
not giving you any hearsay. I have exactly.
Well,
I've
hearsay is where you say something without proof.
Exactly, honest, and I've not said one thing without proof. I can show you the court transcripts.
That's why I
I
asked.
can show you everything. Yeah, and it was all on my Facebook, honest. And so once again, I want people to see this, because this is exactly what they do. They get these other people to come in and insert little doubts.
I'm not doing anything. I was just asking questions.
I know why this is happening, you guys. I know why this is happening. So Onision.
All the video,
No.
everything that I said.
I was just asking if you had any proof. That's all.
Look at
So-
how red you're getting. You're so embarrassed. People love when I call them out and they get caught.
No, I was just
Everything
asking for
is no
proof.
hearsay.
I was just asking for
No
any
hearsay.
proof.
It's all on Facebook.
All right,
It was
just
all
a
on
real quick
And
psychology
all
thing.
this-
Just a real quick.
Just a real quick. One more thing to try and insert doubt. Go ahead, honestly.
No, this is the next thing. This
Go
is the
ahead.
next thing.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So
You look
in those.
pretty pathetic right now, by the way. There's no
Okay.
hearsay. All the evidence is there, including police records, videos of the arrest.
I love
the-
talking
the-
to you.
the
This
returned
is so great.
subpoenas, With the
Right.
courts turned down the subpoenas. You look really bad about this, but go ahead.
Okay.
You're so,
So-
embarrassed. Look at how red you are. See, that's what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah. It's embarrassment. Sure. No.
else you got?
Okay. So I noticed that in those videos, when you're talking to people who had to go through extensive training to get the positions that they had, the people who have checks and balances and so forth. No, can you? Sorry, can you? No. I'm just saying. I noticed that like 99.9% of the rest of society isn't having problems with those individuals. Like, for instance, if I was hold on, let me tell you. When I was a kid, when I was a
show to try and discredit me, but
I'm not trying to do. I'm just trying to help you with something.
How cops are so amazing, and why
No, they're
am I
not.
the only one
No, they're not
having
all
this
amazing.
problem?
Some cops are really messed up. Some cops are really messed up.
Honestly,
No.
I'm done talking to you about this stuff. You're really pathetic with
So
your
Lizzie,
all the
I think
time.
you would like Onision. I think you would like him if you just knew where he was coming from. I actually know. No, let me explain.
I've been spotted a mile away.
No, I don't think you know about him.
people
he
come
was
on
falsely
and
accused,
insert doubt.
Lizzie. Lizzie,
Oh, yeah,
he,
yeah, no,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
falsely accused. He's coming from a place.
No, Elisa, listen to me. I appreciate you for trying to have an audience. But what
Hey, it's
this
okay. You
is
can cut me out.
instead
It's
is
fine. She doesn't want
trying
me.
to insert doubt as to the evidence that's on the case. Once the Instagram got cut down, so thousands of people were going on that and seeing all the evidence, and not the same number of people aren't logged on to Facebook, but everything's there.
Yeah,
So
but there are
I
millions
see
of
you
Democrats and there are
using this
millions of
segment.
Republicans. You know,
I
popularity
see
means
you
nothing.
using this segment as a chance to try and insert doubt, Elisa, and I can't say I know that Onison's doing it, and I have to say if you're having the platform for
This
it, I have to question whether or not
Can't-
that was your intent.
No,
to
okay,
have it
so
be on
let
the
me
show.
just say one thing. So you know how you're coming from a place of hurt right now? Like
No,
you're
I'm not coming from a
You're
place
not?
of hurt. I'm coming from a place of knowledge and strength. I know when somebody's trying to gaslight other people. I know when
Or you
somebody's
think
trying to
Onisian's a
insert doubt into a
gaslighter?
story. I know when somebody's trying to insert doubt and lay plausible deniability to try and give a pedophile and courts a chance at their egregious actions and say that some of this is unreasonable and that I'm not a credible person and what I'm saying is hearsay. So if you want to use your platform for that, Elisa, you go ahead and do it. But don't blame me for spotting it a mile away. I've been a victim of incredible gaslighting. That's the one thing. My husband is the best at this, the best. He's amazing at it. Why? Because he knows how to mix the love in with the arsenic. So it's not bad all the time. He knows how to give it love and arsenic, right? But I can see their fucking things. Do you see the way he turned bright red? He knows what he's doing is wrong. He knows he's trying to lay plausible deniability. I've got no fucking time for this kind of stuff. I actually have 3 briefs that I have to write. And I came on the show because I was hoping to really have an interesting discussion where people could educate themselves about the human rights atrocities that are going on right now.
I don't know if she wants to be talking to me.
I think you're a gaslighter, but what do you got to say, gaslighter?
I'm the master of being gaslit, actually.
Okay, well, maybe you're trying
so-
to spin a web.
Well, okay, so they say that like a lot of times the evil you see in others is stuff that you're battling with in your own mind. It's not necessarily means that you yourself are. No, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that you're guilty.
It all up
Hold-
because I was a victim on the sin.
No. What I'm
You're
saying.
spinning all the same shit that my husband's been trying to say. Really?
Well, he
Someone
got the
just making
children,
this up,
so-
and it's because I was a victim. I'm
Courts
just
almost
pretending that
always
this is
side with the
happening.
moms. Everyone knows that.
No, that's actually not true. And that's
Really?
It's statistically true. Yeah,
that's not true at all.
it's 100% true.
That is actually. Oh, really? Where's your statistic?
Is it just a fact?
Oh, okay. So what's the Saunders report? Have you read it? Do you know what it is? How many pages is it? Don't fucking come at me with shit unless you've done your research. The idea that fathers get screwed in court.
68 to 88%, according to the Huffington Post.
Oh, really? Interesting. So that's where you.
Fathers. Well, you said don't come at you without evidence, so I just
How
got
did you
it.
get that? How did you get that? Was fast.
There's this crazy site called Google. Anyway, so 8 to 14% of battles go to the
Elisa,
father.
I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm not interested in talking to this clown. He's
All right, you
clearly
really don't
trying
like
to
this guy.
gaslight
All right, you don't.
people.
You okay?
And-
All right.
and you
Honesty
can talk
isn't
about
afraid of
stuff,
questions.
I'm not gonna
The truth isn't
participate
afraid
in
of
that bullshit.
questions.
So all he's
The
trying
truth
to do
is not afraid of
keep-
questions.
Is he right? Is the truth? So that is interesting. That is interesting what he's saying, that last part, right? So he said so you are so unafraid to say the
Yes.
truth. To say
Correct.
the truth. So someone like that, you probably get those questions all the time, the ones that he was asking. What were the questions
What's
that
interesting is every
Yeah.
question, the gaslighting starts. I want you to understand. It starts with inserting doubt. You just try and get a little sliver of doubt in people's minds. Like, oh, isn't the court just really coming out against all the fathers? No. Let me tell you something. That is a bullshit mentality. This isn't, again, I'm going to say it one more time. This isn't a mother issue. This isn't a father
Okay.
issue. This is a child trafficking issue.
I got some troubles, but they won't last. I'm gonna lay right down here in the grass. And pretty soon all my troubles will pass. 'Cause I'm in shoo shoo shoo, shoo shoo shoo, shoo 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 shoo, Sugar Town.